Hi, everybody. I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb.
And we're the Streeters. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Happy
Welcome to the
4th of
ARTyRV
July.
channel.
Thank you. Welcome to the ARTyRV Q&A tonight. We'll be answering your questions. We'll be doing a glass demo, and Ed will be sharing some inside info.
Yeah, and we realize it's a holiday, but if you can tune in, great. We got some great things to share with you tonight and talk about it and talk about our nation's birthday tonight, which is awesome.
Are we going to talk about our nation's birthday tonight?
Well, we just did. That's good.
Oh, happy birthday,
America.
USA, America.
That's right.
And we're glad that y'all are here tonight and sharing your 4th of July with us. The question of the night. What is it, Ed?
Yeah, the question of the night is, what is your favorite dish that you enjoy on your 4th of July when you're seated with your family and friends for the 4th of July?
Or if you're by yourself.
Or if you're by yourself,
one of
what's
your
a
favorite
dish?
foods. What is that 4th of July? What is it that you eat that just makes 4th of July? For me, it's a hot dog. I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't eat
ketchup,
hot dogs.
mustard, and pickle relish on Barbara's hot dog. And
I don't eat hot dogs. I save and I have them on the 4th of July.
That's right.
I have one.
And we do.
I'm
and
have
you
one
know what?
tonight for dinner.
We're going to have one tonight for dinner. So that's
so looking forward to it.
Yeah, because, well, I don't know about the rest of you, but we had some unbelievable, just crazy weather today here in South Carolina along the coast. We also had a tropical storm form Saturday, just crazy weather. The ocean's really hot. So I got a feeling we're in for some really nasty weather.
So I hope you guys are having good weather and you're having a great 4th of July. Raymond Reddy says a chili dog. Yep, chili dog's good too.
That's right.
Colorful layered jello, says Sarah Sophia.
Oh, I like that. That sounds good.
Kat St. Jane is here. So welcome, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in and taking time out of your busy holiday schedule.
If you have a question, tonight we're doing a Q&A, a live Q&A on stained glass. So if you have a stained glass question, just put it in the chat and we'll try to answer it for you.
Or if you just a question about glass in general, we'll be happy to try and answer it for you. Barb and I have been, we have been fooling with glass for the better part of 50 years between the two of us. So it's really so everybody's tuning in tonight. Thank you all for tuning in.
Okay, Thomas is here. Hi, Thomas. Larry Mary said green chili cheeseburgers, his go-to 4th of July go-to food.
I like that.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so tonight's question of the night is, what is your favorite 4th of July comfort food that you've got to have for the 4th of July on your holiday?
So would you like to start with one of our questions this week?
Sure, Barb. Let's start with one of our questions that came in during the week. That'd be awesome.
Okay. We did have a few questions about how to join the membership. So the membership, you have to be on your laptop.
On your laptop.
To join
we
the
figured that
membership.
out today.
I think it's right next to the community tab, but you have to be on your laptop. But if you don't have a laptop and you can't find that link, email me. Go to the website, grab the contact us thing, send me a note and say, I can't find the link, and I'll just send you a link. So
we'll be happy to do that.
It might be easier that way. Ray is here. He said he likes hot dogs with mustard and onions, ketchup, corn, and potato salad.
Yeah, and they have a famous hot dog. No, that's in Chicago. They have the famous peppers and onion chili dog or whatever.
That sounds good, Ray.
Woo! And your hot dog, that does sound good.
Joanne K is here. Hi, Joanne.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Okay, so
let's get to a question, Barb.
Let's get to a question. Okay, Kathy wanted to know. She is getting a microwave kiln and wants to use scrap pieces and was wondering if we can tell if they are fusible without knowing what type of glass they are.
Well, that's a good question, and there are books out there that explain to you the compatibility or the coefficient of expansion and contraction. However, because you're using a microwave kiln, as long as you don't mix the glass, like if you've got a sheet, let's just say you've got a piece of Kokomo 70 and you got 2 pieces of it and you want to make that your piece of jewelry 1/4 of an inch thick. Well, as long as you're using the same two pieces of glass, you don't have to worry about whether they're compatible. If you're going to try, I'll put that right under there, I guess.
Let me show you.
If you're going to try making jewelry and mixing glasses and not knowing the coefficiency, I'm going to say don't even start, because all you're going to do is get frustrated, because glasses, Kokomo doesn't fit Wismac. Wismac sometimes doesn't even fit itself, and neither does Kokomo. Because color is made from the metal oxides on the chart of elements, glasses aren't going to fit. These pendants that we're making for our clients are made from the same piece of glass from the same sheet. Now, you asked me how I did that. Well, when I was cutting all this up, I knew this was coming, and I separated it all. But you can't mix glasses together unless you know for sure that they are tested compatible, right, Barb?
That's right.
And they won't fit each other unless this one's tested compatible and this one's tested compatible. There are tests you can do, but I'm afraid a microwave kiln is too small to do that. The test.
So what you want to do is take your glass. That is this.
Somebody ran over. They're ready to fill up their car, Barb. Sorry.
Take the
woo, happy for
those same pieces of glass that you know are from the same sheet, and melt those and make your pendants. Otherwise, you're going to have to do a test.
Yeah,
that's it.
And you've got to do a stress test.
But it makes pretty pendants. You don't. I mean, if you're just using scrap, I had a question, the same exact question. Well, it wasn't asked of me. It wasn't asked of me. It was asked on the Stainedglass Attic site or something. Someone wanted to know what they could do with their scrap. That's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, the easiest thing to do with your scrap is do that. Just don't mix the glasses.
Okay, Raymond Reddy said a Chicago dog.
There you go. Is that a peppers and onions, Raymond?
Yeah, we think so. Okay, Richard's here, and so
thanks everybody for tuning in.
Tuning in, guys.
We had a great show last week, and we want to thank you guys for tuning in to that. It was awesome. We had, I think, for the first time, we had more people than we'd ever had that were tuned in and watching us live. So those of you back in the wings that haven't checked in yet, just to say hi and happy 4th of July to Barb and Ed, we know that you're there. We just can't see you. But thanks again for tuning in and listening and paying attention. All you have to do to ask a question is just open up and come on into the comment box, and we'll be happy to try and answer your question.
Magali is here, and she says she's still on holiday and watching from the cottage in Canada.
Awesome. Awesome. Good to see you, Magali. I hope everybody's well.
Okay, so a question about Flux again. I am new at this. I just want to ask, do I need Flux to replace the old solder?
To replace the old...
Do you need Flux?
Well, I suggest you flux every time before you solder. If you're going to be taking, I'm not sure what you mean by replacing old solder.
Taking old solder off.
If you're taking it off the window itself and then putting it back on, the answer is yes.
Yes, you will.
And if you're going to take solder off that's been patinaed, you're really going to need to steel wool it and get rid of the patina so that the solder will melt efficiently and much quicker.
And doesn't gunk up your solder.
Yeah, it doesn't gunk up your solder.
So I would suggest using an older soldering iron and flux it and swoosh it. Swoosh it.
Yeah, get you a solder sucker or a
solder sucker.
We'll be showing everybody how to do some serious soldering here in the next little bit of time. So
we're having a soldering video in progress. Let me tell them when the new video comes out.
Well, hey, we got some great information. Barbara's going to go ahead and share it with you.
Yeah, we've got some things coming up in July 6th. A new video is coming out, and the name of it is 10 Mistakes to Avoid When Learning Stained Glass.
And you know what? That is something that even if you know how to do stained glass and you're really good at it, some of these things are going to enlighten you, and maybe you might say, oh, you know what? I had completely forgotten about that. So
we hope it kind of helps you through the frustration if you're a beginner. And even if you're not a beginner, there may be a couple things on this list
that may even,
may help you in the
sure,
process.
in the process, because none of us know everything about all of it, and we all learn together, and that's the greatest part about it.
Okay, so July 6th, that video will be sent out to our membership. Those of you who have joined the membership, you'll get that video on Wednesday at 3 p.m. The rest of you guys will get that video. It'll be made public at 3 p.m. the following day on July the 7th on Thursday.
Which will be
so. I'm excited about it. I think it's a good video, and it's been a while, and we're getting back in the groove, and we're enjoying it. We're enjoying it, and Ed's doing a fantastic job.
So we're working on it and we're getting it all done. Those of you, I don't know, those of you that have noticed our new mascot back behind us, this was one of our greatest advertising promotions that we did back in the early and mid 90s, the Doctor.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Ray, we
need you to call us.
Ray,
we'll call you.
We did get your membership check, and Ed's going to call you tomorrow because we got to figure out a way to do that because I can't. We'll talk about it tomorrow. We might have to do something else.
Send me an email, Ray. You have my email because you've been sending me your lamps. So send me an email with your phone number, and I'll call you from my landline. Then you'll know it's me.
We appreciate that. Yeah, Thomas just sent us this super sticker.
Let's get it going on. Here we go. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Very much. We appreciate it. Happy 4th of July.
That.
Yeah, that's awesome. I don't know about y'all, but in South Carolina, they started doing fireworks last night at about 11:30.
Well, I thought they start. Oh, yeah, that's right. And they do it during the daytime, too. Why do you do that?
They even do fireworks at Christmas time down here. But, hey, thanks, Thomas. We appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Ray will Ed will call you tomorrow on
just send me an email with your phone number, Ray.
It doesn't.
We're gonna have to work it out. I think we got it figured out, and we'll probably by tomorrow we'll have it figured out.
There's no way I can do it for you, is what I'm saying, because of the way they have everything set up.
But we're
working on it. Okay, so the next question. Any more questions right now? Okay, Ed. He said okay.
Thank you, Ray. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ray. We'll figure it out. I might have something better for you anyway. Patricia, she spent last Friday morning at Yakagani Glass. Great experience and bought some great glass. I bet you did.
That has got to be awesome. It's like a kid in a candy store, right? That was just tremendous. And you know what? I'm feeling the same way about our trip to the Corning Museum and everything. So I know exactly how you feel. And so, yeah, Barb and I are looking forward. We haven't been technically on a very long vacation by ourselves in a lot of years. And we're looking forward to this one. So
Magali's going to go there on our way back.
Yeah, that way. Less mileage on the glass, Magali, the better off you are. Can't wait to see that.
Can't wait to see what you pick up.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing some pictures when you get home.
Okay, we had another question. If anyone has any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. Or in the comments. Most of the people here tonight are from YouTube. Unfortunately, if you're a friend of mine on
Facebook,
I did want to tell y'all, if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, I did not send out any friend requests, and I never do send out friend requests. So if you ever get one from me, we're probably already friends. Don't go there. And also, I didn't send any requests for money. So that wasn't me. I got hacked on Facebook today.
She got hacked. Crappy. So sorry about all that stuff. So just ignore anything coming from Barbara today on Facebook. And for our Facebook friends, remember we have a 10-minute time hour, a 10-minute delay on Facebook. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in as well, because you guys tuning in on Facebook, eventually maybe you'll go to the YouTube channel and subscribe to our channel along with following us on Facebook. So
yeah.
I think that's how it works. I'm not sure.
You can follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah. Just don't follow, close behind our bumper. That's all.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either.
Okay, and then of course July 12th the newsletter comes out. We'll be sending that out the morning of July the 12th.
Right. It'll hit the airways on Tuesday morning, July the 12th, and that'll be our newsletter. That's going to get everybody caught up all the way through Christmas.
Because we have a lot of
I know it. We have a lot going on. And we want to share it with you guys. That's the beauty of it.
Yes.
So want to say hi to my nephew, Dennis. Get well soon, buddy. I am glad you're okay. Thank goodness you were wearing a helmet and you didn't have your niece or Bradley on the back of the bike with you. So anyway, just want to say get well soon. Hey, Bradley, your stained glass gear is on the way.
Cynthia Shipman is here. Hi, Cynthia. Anyone that ordered anything or won anything, your packages are on the way. Everything was mailed last week.
And those of you that
we
have been
almost
waiting,
mailed something twice, but we didn't.
Those of you that have been waiting on those killer lead nippers that I really like, they'll be back in stock on Tuesday. Yeah. So we'll get them put on the website and you can get them ordered. Again, we've got them back in stock. Looking forward to it. You will absolutely love these lead nippers when you go to Miter the Lead. So
okay, we had Brenda Craig wants to know where Yakagani Glass is located. Ray, the newsletter will be emailed. Yes, sir. And I
it'll
think
come out
it'll be emailed if you've signed up for our email list. I think you have. If you haven't, I can sign you up for that's one thing I can do. I can sign you up for the newsletter. Let me know if you haven't signed up and you're having trouble signing up. Just let me know. I'll get you signed up. That's one thing I can do. You'll just have to check your spam folder and mark it as something you want to receive if it goes to your spam folder on July the 12th for the first one. And then Ray said, sign him up. Okay, Ray, I can do that for you. So look for it on July the 12th, check your spam folder, and then approve it, and then you'll get all of them. And I'll put you on the email list. Dennis Kennedy, sign him up. Do I have your email, Dennis? Do you have?
I do.
Text? Ed has it?
I think I have your email. If not, go ahead and send it to Aunt Barbara.
No, send it to you and he'll
send it to me, Dennis. Just text it to me. How about that?
Because I don't think he has my text. Okay.
So Yakagani is in Connellsville, Pennsylvania. So
okay.
Just thought I'd let everybody know that because that was a question. And
okay. And sorry about that.
No, that's all right. You read it. You read it out. I just had to make sure where it was. I just had to make sure where it was. I knew it was in Pennsylvania. I wasn't sure of the town.
Temperature, computer. Okay. I missed a question. I'm sorry. That's why I'm looking.
Go ahead. I'm looking.
I'm sorry. There's a bunch. It all of a sudden.
It's all good, y'all. Be careful.
Okay. Joanne K. I recently started watching your videos and just purchased the glazing recipe.
Okay.
Is the black paint the type of paint you use to paint your house with, or the type of artist used to paint on canvas?
No, what you want to do is you want to buy just a little half pint, a little small can of black oil-based paint, and you're only going to use about a tablespoon every time you make a mixture of these. Just little small can. It'll last you as much puttying as I do, and that can still last me over a year. So you're only using it. What you want to do, the black is used because oil-based paint because your glazing compound is oil-based. Okay, so you use an oil-based paint, and the reason you're using the black oil-based paint is to create the color that you want, that pewter look, while you're polishing your lead and getting that. You can get it really dark gray. It's like a battleship gray is what I try to go for. The tone is a battleship gray, and that usually takes 1 or 2 tablespoons. If you're making like a quart of glazing compound, it'll take 2 tablespoons of black.
Yakagani, PA. Is that right?
Connellsville.
Well, that must be like.
Yeah,
okay.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's what Thomas says.
Yeah. So isn't it the
Did I sign
Yakagini?
up? Thomas, I'll check and see if you signed up.
Yeah, so please,
I
you
had
guys
your-
will, if you get the newsletter, you'll know everything that's going on. We got some great things coming up. We'll have some opening dates for here at the gallery. Just a lot of new stuff coming up. We're working feverishly on our stained glass retail shop. And another question I'd like to ask you guys is what brand solder does everybody like to use? I mean, it doesn't matter if you use 60/40 or 50/50. I would like to know the brand that you found that works best for you that isn't trashed. Doesn't have a lot of trash in it, okay?
Yeah.
Because you can buy some solder and it's like you just want to throw it across the room. But anyway, I just want to find out from y'all just another question. Other than your favorite meal for the 4th of July, what makes you happy and what brand solder does everybody use?
Okay. Any questions? Just put them in the chat. AK Martinez is here. Vicky's here. Canfield.
Canfield, yeah.
Yeah, Canfield's the best. I don't know what the price is on Canfield and what the availability is. I know sometimes it's not available.
Canfield's usually a couple dollars more than everybody else, like, Yeah. But I will tell you this, Canfield, like their metals, Canfield is just like so crazy. That's beautiful solder and it flows nice. Has no trash in it. I mean, it's pure. It's pure, just pure solder.
Okay, so Joanne says that one of the videos says you use clear contact paper over the cartoon. Do you use this before cutting the glass?
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
What that's doing, Joanne, did you say?
Mhm.
Joanne? What that's doing, Joanne, is it's protecting the pattern, but you can also do your cartoon that you're cutting out. You can go over your cartoon front and back and then cut that out and then use that for cutting your glass. And then you don't have to worry about the paper smooshing up, folding over. It makes it really nice and heavy. So you can either contact paper your pattern before you cut it out with your razor trick or your shears, or you can use a manila folder, which is what I like to use. But then you have to use some carbon paper. So copy your pattern. What would you do? Just copy your pattern, clear contact paper it, cut it out, and then cut your patterns, transfer your patterns to your glass, and then cut your glass. And then while you're grinding it, because your other pattern's contact papered as well, you can set it right on top of it and not worry about ruining that pattern.
Yeah, so if you're using the copper foil method, you of course you always have to make 2 patterns.
Yeah,
but
or 3. Yeah.
Or sometimes 3. But now if you're doing lead, you wouldn't be cutting your pattern pieces out. You would be cutting your pattern directly on top of you'd be cutting the glass directly on top of your pattern.
Or you can cut your pattern out, but then you got to have 2 patterns for even doing it lead. If you're going to do lead, rather than doing it the English way, which is cutting your glass on top of a light box, which is how Ed does it. And you don't have to do it the way I do.
So you're going to do 2 patterns?
Well, if you're going to cut it out, you have to. If you're going to cut your pattern out for a piece of glass.
I'm talking about if you're cutting a leaded panel. You're going to cut.
Well, not everybody cuts on top of a light box like I do. So they have to make a pattern, right?
You do.
Yeah, if you do, you don't have to make a pattern.
If you cut directly on top of your pattern.
On the light box.
On the light box.
Or off the light box.
Or off the light box. You only need 1 pattern.
Right. That's all I'd never make. I don't ever make 2 of anything.
Okay, I'm glad we got that figured out.
Yeah. We got a lot of copper foilists and we got a lot of lead, get the lead out. So that's good.
Oh, Dennis, you are so sweet. He says he's very kind. We love you too, Guy. We love you. Dennis says he's blessed to have us in his life.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we're
Thank
back
you.
at you, my friend.
Yes. Okay. Cat St. Jane, all Canfield and sometimes Amerway 50/50.
Yeah, I like the Amerway, and that I find I can use that on the lead. I haven't used the Amerway 60/40, but the Amerway 50/50 I use on the lead just because it's a little bit less expensive or less costly.
Kat St. Jane said she uses all Canfield and sometimes Amerway 50/50, and she thinks the 60/40 is dirty.
On the
And
Amerway, it's possible because you know
that's
you
good
got
to
10.
know. Thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that, because that is probably a problem with the process.
Right. Well, it's a problem with the soldering process. So, you know, if you're using the Amerway 60/40 and your iron's getting little black pits in it and stuff like that, it could be the trash in your solder. So clean your iron, do a test run with that solder. And if it is, then, you know, go ahead and use that roll, but I wouldn't buy it any longer.
No, why chance it? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
why
just
chance it?
like
Because you're just,
a waste.
yeah, it's more work for you.
Buy something dependable.
Right. You know, it might be good for them, but it's not so good for you.
Yeah, so it might be worth it to buy the 60/40 in the Canfield and buy the 50/50 in the Amerway. That'd save you a little bit of money.
Right.
Or whatever other
Right.
thing. That
But your 60/40 is going to be your best bet for copper foil simply because of the patining process and the cleaning process.
And the Canfield is a great product.
Yeah, Canfield's a great product.
So Patricia says when she's using her saw to cut glass, the water splashes up on glass and the marker washes off the glass. What marker do you suggest?
Well, you can use a paint pen, and it'll stay on there a little bit. You know what I have done using the saw previously is mark my pattern on the glass and then take my glass cutter and score the pattern where I want to cut it. And then if the mark comes off, I'm just looking at a score then. And it's not going to run unless you're pulling down on it. So, and cutting it with a saw isn't going to cause it to run out. So, but the score from your glass cutter will never come off. And, but a paint pen will work the best, but you have to let it dry completely. And your glass has to be like spick and span clean so that the paint will dry on it. A lot of times what you find when you're using a saw, the coolant that you're using inside, which is the coolant from your car, the antifreeze, that one little capful causes not only your diamonds to run cool on your saw, but it also causes a corrosion process on the glass as far as like lifting markers and paint pens off and marks off of it, So I guess it just depends on, there's really no easy way to do it other than scoring or using a paint pen, cleaning the glass really well and allowing the paint pen to thoroughly dry before you start, because then it will stay.
Yeah, and
it will stay.
Paint pens are a little bit more expensive than the Sharpies,
right?
But if you're cutting with a saw, that's what AK Martinez says that she uses a paint pen.
Yeah, so do the paint pen and allow it to dry on very clean glass, exceptionally clean glass. How about that?
Thomas Sharp says he gets the best buy he can on the solder, and that's what he buys.
Right.
Ray says he has. I have Willard Industries 60/40, and let me see something here. I got some more comments here.
Wow, Willard solder. I haven't heard. Buying Willard solder. Holy cow. Ray.
And Glass Pro 60/40. Yeah, Willard, I haven't seen that around in a long time. Right. So you're right near there, I guess, huh? Or what? I'm not sure. Is that what?
Well, Pittsburgh, the industrial city.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. I have another question here. What type of saw do you use to cut glass? That was a question from Raymond. And that would be a question for Patricia.
Patricia or Ray.
Or
you
Ray.
Guys, because Barb and I don't have a saw in our studio.
So we're going to get one, but we don't yet. But Ray and
Patricia, you both use saws.
Those two saws, so they can answer that question for you.
But I'm guessing it's the Taurus 3, the ring saw, would probably be the best one. And they're right now, what are they, about $500 or almost $600, $500, something like that. But it's worth the money now if you take care of it.
Fireworks just went off. Brenda Craig, remind us what temperature for 50/50 and 60/40?
Well, 60/40 is going to melt at a little bit higher temperature. 50/50 is going to melt at about 418, 20 degrees, depending on your iron, depending on if there's a fan running. However, make sure you use a rheostat. So your rheostat should be to melt 50/50 should be set on about 7. And to melt 60/40 should be on about 75, maybe close to 80. What you're going to want to do, though, if you're doing copper foil work, you're going to want to adjust your temperature so that you can work. You don't want it too hot and you don't want it too cold. If you can't run a bead nice and smooth and make it flow and look good, then your iron's probably too cold. If when you're soldering and you're running a bead and the copper foil tape is lifting up on the edges, then guess what? It's too hot. So there's a fine medium, y'all, and I can't tell you exactly which one it is because I'm in a different latitude and longitude.
And plus our air conditioner.
And our air conditioner's on. We got such high humidity here in South Carolina. It's crazy. And, so
experiment with what works for you. And
right. I use my wattage controller with my soldering iron between 70 and 80 all the time.
50/50 solder.
With 50/50 solder and closer to 80 with 60/40.
Okay, so that was good. Taurus ring sole is what Ray uses. Larry Murray. Hey, we're getting some good advice here. Okay, let's get up here. Larry Mary said, an electric engraving pencil works great. Etch the pattern lines into the glass, and it's easy to see when it's wet.
The engraving tool that we use to engrave the bottom of our blown glass pieces. Mm-hmm. What a great idea. What a great idea.
That's a great idea.
All you're doing is scratching a line on the surface of the glass. You're not hurting it. Mm-hmm. That basically the same thing with the glass cutter. You're not doing anything.
And someone did say that that's what they do. They score it and then they mark it. And then they cut it. Yeah, they mark it and then they cut it.
Yeah, okay. And that's awesome. I mean,
so
that's
great information there, guys.
A lot of great information out there, y'all. So, hey, everybody, this is Ed and Barb. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, we surely would appreciate it. Subscriptions matter. And then, while you're subscribing, right up there is the notification bell. And we're going to need you to ring the bell for the ARTyRV channel and Barb and Ed. We appreciate everything. So tune in. Keep tuning in every Monday night at 7 p.m. This is Ed. And that's Barb. She's got her finger on the bell again.
Oh, let me get...
That's a signal for me to ring the bell.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either, but it's a happy time.
Okay.
It's all good. It's the 4th of July.
It is the 4th of July. And we got a lot of questions coming in, and I'm trying to move on that. Brenda said she just bought a rheostat, and she hasn't used it yet. The one we recommended, she bought it.
Great.
Good.
Well, and we had a really kind comment 2 weeks ago about a customer who just bought a rheostat, had never used one before, and she said it changed her life. You know what, y'all? I wouldn't tell you something to enhance your work just because I want to tell you something. Using a rheostat makes a huge difference in your work. It really does. So thank you. And I'm glad that you bought that rheostat. And I hope, that it works for you. They're all a little bit different because your iron's a little bit different. So just work with it. Get you some little pieces of lead. Stick you 2 pieces of glass together with some foil around it. And just play around with the temperature and just get it just right. And once you get it right, it's on then, hon. It is. It's on. So thank you again for the comment about the rheostat.
Joanne wants to know, do you use a program to create your cartoons or do you draw everything by hand?
I still draw everything by hand. However, we are looking at a different printer for the studio here, and we are starting to play with the program that is, what's the name of that program that we're doing? It's not Glass Eye, with Rapid Resizer. And that, that program's only like I want to say it's only like
It's
$10 a
easy.
month or something, $9.99 a month. And it's really, I'm learning it a little bit at a time. We're still working on the sketches for the large project. And then once the large format printer gets here, we'll get those keyed in and get those printed out and show you exactly what's going on with that. So
Yeah,
we're excited about it.
We're working on a project for that, and so the sketches are in the works.
And there are things out there to help you draw. There's projectors. You can go to your local printing company or your company that prints out blueprints, and they can make copies of your patterns for you. However, if you're just doing sun catchers and things like that, most of those patterns that you're doing, unless you're drawing them yourself, most of those patterns aren't copywritten. They're in the books. You can reproduce them because they're in the book. So just do it. And I can promise you this, if you take the time to start tracing patterns, the drawing part will come to you. I kid you not. Trace some patterns for a while and then go right over to the left or the right if you're left or right-handed and draw that same pattern after you've traced it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, you have to learn somehow.
You have to learn how to draw, and there are many things out there. Fortunately, my father could draw, and I paid attention, and I learned how to draw. I was provoked into drawing because my 5th grade teacher kept sending notes home that got me in trouble because I would doodle in class. So rather than being suffocated by not doodling, I doodled. Okay. And now I get paid for it.
Okay. Bradley wants to know how to a book for a lamp for Christmas. He wants the best place to find a pattern. So, Ray, what is a good beginner lamp book for a young man that's just learning how to do stained glass? Do you have a suggestion? I have one on the website.
It's a Wardell publication.
It's Wardell, but it might be a little bit more. We'll look, Bradley, and see. We'll post.
We'll post some. Check out our website. There is a lamp book.
There's a lamp book
that
on
has
the website.
12 different full-size patterns in it. So you could order that off the website, and then that'll come and that'll give you patterns for your lamp. You're going to find, Bradley, putting lamps together fascinating.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Wow, Ray, thanks for all the thumbs up. Everybody follow Ray. Let's get some thumbs up out there.
Thank you, Ray.
Whoa,
I was looking for questions.
Thumbs up. Thanks, Ray. Thumbs up, buddy.
Thank you, Ray. We appreciate it. Okay. So, we ready for a glass chat?
I think we could be.
We could be.
I think we could be. We're ready for a glass chat.
Okay, let's do a glass chat. And
that right there.
so we shall go right here.
Okay.
And there you go.
Hey, everybody. I got my tools here, but that's for the little demo. Tonight, I want to just talk to you about how important
you did. What's going on there? Yeah.
Okay, how important that straight edges are in your studio. And you're talking about drawing. Well, you can't really draw anything without a straight edge. And keep in mind, drawing, requires you, if you can draw 1/4 of it and just fold your paper into 4 corners, you can draw the whole pattern. So this is my 24-inch straight edge, just a small straight edge. It's great. It's not cumbersome. It's not in the way. This one here, this is my 12-inch straight edge and my glass cutting square. Right here, y'all see that? This is my 36-inch straight edge. I have lots of straight edges. So this is my 2-inch, 36-inch straight edge. This one here, y'all, this one is my 1.5 inches. And it's great because when you're doing borders, you already know this is 1.5 inches. You already know the 36-inch straight edge is 2 inches. So it kind of, what I call idiot proofs it for me. and I can make sure that everything's right. So this is my 48-inch straight edge, my 36, my 24, my 12, and yeah, guess what, y'all? My framing square, and this is a must for anyone studio that wants to build windows that actually fit. So you have to have this. And the other thing that allows you to build windows that actually fit are your glass cutting skills, everybody. So, hey, this is it. And I want you to just to let you know, this is 5 of my straight edges. The other straight edges are in the back, and they range from 60 inches all the way up to 134 inches. No, I'm sorry, 144 inches. So I actually have a 12-inch. I have 12 inches to 12 feet of straight edges for cutting glass here in the studio. Y'all, this is Ed, and we're gonna tune you in to a glass demo right now because there's so many questions about this particular little demo that I'm going to show you. And I know it's not much, but I think it'll answer a couple of questions. Actually, it's going to answer one big question for you. And it's going to, and I don't mind the question this question comes in once a week. So here we go. We're going to share it with you. Oh, this is, see that? Oh, this is number 33. Okay. I'm not even sure where it fits, but we're going to use this. Okay. So this is my Sharpie, and I'm going to show y'all because the question comes out all the time. Ed, which side of the black line do I cut my pattern on? Well, you see how we're drawing this out. The black line is outside your pattern. The inside of the black line is up against your pattern. So what I want you to see, and again, I cut this pattern out of manila folder paper. It's nice and heavy. It's not going to bend. It doesn't do anything like that. So here's what we got, everybody. And I think I might be able to pick this up just a little bit. The line that you want to cut on is right there. There we go. It's right there. So what we want to do, when we're done cutting this piece of glass, the cutoffs should have every bit of that black line on them. Okay, so here we go. This is it. This is one of those things you don't have to push real hard. All you have to do is keep the wheel turning so that you're scoring the glass as you're cutting your pattern. Okay, that's one score. I'm going to come up here. Now, y'all look, I'm staying right on the inside of that black line. I'm not crossing it. I'm not going way inside of it. You know why? Because I have another piece of glass that butts up to this one. And you know what? It needs to fit. If you don't cut both of your pieces of glass that are side by side the correct way, and remember, everybody, you have to listen to your cutter. Listen to it. So the first break we're going to do is a running plier break. Just like that, okay? Second break we're going to do is a running plier break, excuse me. Now we're going to use a grousing plier break. Remember, I put my fingers underneath of there, pull down and away, because if you just pull down, more likely you're going to stuff the cut off piece of glass right into your finger. And that, y'all, is not fun. Okay? So we have that and we have that. Now, so there's our cut. But if you look at these, cutoffs, the black line is showing on all of them. Okay. And if you don't cut this piece of glass and then cut this piece of glass right, you know what happens? They won't match up. You end up with a gap that looks like that, which is inexcusable. You can't do that. You can't solder that unless you've got a bottomless pit in your checkbook, because it's going to cost you a lot of money to solder that. So what you want is you want these two pieces of glass to come together and fit together just like that. Okay. So this is Ed, y'all, for our glass demo. And I hope that everybody, there's a lot of you out there that understand that. And there's some of you that are just beginning and haven't quite grasped that yet. And it's good. It's all good. If you're just beginning, you're not supposed to know what you're doing. And if you've been doing it for a while, we're here to help you, those of you that are just beginning. So that's what we're doing. Now, guess what, everybody? I've showed you how to cut a pattern, how to mark your pattern. I've got a beautiful piece of glass to share with you guys tonight. And in honor of red, white, and blue, I'm bringing over a piece of glass just for you.
Okay, while you're doing that, Magali had a question and we skipped over. Sorry about that, Magali. Her question was, could her she's been having trouble with oxidizing, and she's using Amerway 6040. Kat St. Jane said that the Amerway, she thinks the 6040 is dirty.
It's very possible, Magali. I don't know, because my dilemma is I don't use 6040.
But Kat St. Jane said that she found it. So yes, Magali, I would say that might be, you might want to go
to the Canfield.
To the Canfield, or if you can get the Willard. And there are other ones. So if anyone out there, I know that Ray says he uses Willard. Also, I wanted to say, Thomas said he's going in for surgery on Wednesday. And I just want to send out a speedy recovery.
Speedy recovery, Thomas.
And lots of good vibes. And I hope everything goes well for you. And we'll see you back here as soon as you get home.
Guys. Barb's going to shoot it to camera number 2. There it is. This is Oceana, part number 614. Now, this is one of the glasses. We got a couple sheets of this. This is one of the glasses we'll be using in the marsh sunrise, sunset scenes. So I just wanted to share this with you. It is an awesome piece of glass. It's modeled, and I'm going to try and maybe flip it over for you. Hold on. There's a shadow. Here we go. Look at that, y'all. Is that awesome?
That is beautiful.
This is beautiful, beautiful glass. So anyway, this is Ed for shining my glass on you. And our glass demo. I hope that helps y'all with your glass. I really do, because, you know, there's nothing more frustrating than not having your glass fit the way that it should, because, you know, when you start out, we all know that how it's supposed to look. It just doesn't always end up that way. But our goal should be to make it end up that way every time. So that's our deal. I'm Ed. I'm here with Barb, and guess what? We're in the Conway Glass Studios right here on YouTube.
That's right. Joyce is here. Hi, Joyce.
Hey.
Julie Graves is here. Hi, Julie. She liked that glass.
So don't forget, our question of the night is, what is your favorite comfort food for 4th of July for the holiday weekend?
If anyone is in South Carolina, our Stainedglass store reopens. The retail store is reopening September 1st. We'll be open on Wednesdays from 11 to 5.
Yep.
Every Wednesday, 11 to 5. So,
and we're gonna have a lot of different glasses in inventory for you.
September the 14th. That's
September
the
14th. That's a Wednesday. Yeah, not September 1st.
No, August 1st, the eBay store officially opens. So you can get to that. Go to our website. If you go to our website, that really takes you everywhere you need to go.
Yeah, so just go to our website. It's awesome.
Yeah, and we've cleaned up our website. We got all those ads off of there. You're probably only going to see 1 or 2 ads. I don't know what was going on, but it sure was annoying.
Yeah, so we want to thank you guys for your
barbecue
super
chicken.
Stickers, barbecue chicken.
Yeah,
we want to thank you guys for your super stickers and your super chats, all
super
those
thanks.
things. Super thanks, because we enjoy doing this. This channel is for you, and Barb and I enjoy doing this. And that's why we're here every Monday night. And now with our new member, our ARTyRV fan club channel that you can join, we're going to have one live every Saturday, one Saturday a month just for our members. But you know what? Nothing else is changing. You don't have to be a member. If you're a subscriber, let me tell you, it's greatly appreciated because subscriptions work for Barb and I. So we just want to thank everybody and thank everybody that's in the wings in the back. And please pop in and give us a question.
Joanne says potato salad and macaroni salad.
Oh,
I had to skip that this year because I'm trying to stay on track, but I am eating a hot dog tonight.
We are having hot dogs tonight. Yeah.
Magali said she's going to be in such trouble when she goes to Yakagani. Well,
that's okay.
That's okay. We'll forgive you. We'll forgive you. Okay. I think I have one more question.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Anyone else have any questions? Chili cheese dog. Deborah Wade says chili cheese
dog. That sounds like going to Sonic there.
If I've missed your question, just go ahead and let me know and I'll search back through it goes real quick sometimes. Oh yeah, there was a question. The
barbecue gator, Thomas Sharp. All right, buddy. I hear you.
Barbecue gator.
Man.
Chili cheese dogs.
I've never had barbecue gator, so I'll have to.
Kat St. Jane wants to know: do you allow any for the heart of the heart of the lead?
Well, here's the thing: when you cut your pattern out, you're either using the razor blade trick for copper foil, so that thickness is 2 sides, one on each side of the glass of copper foil. When you cut your pattern out for your lead, you need to increase that gap in your razor blade trick by 2. And that'll give you your heart for your lead. If you're working on a light box, just cut on either side of that black line, and there's your heart right there.
You should probably do a demo on that.
I probably should, because
that might be confusing to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
let's just do this. Can you switch me back to camera number 2, Barb?
I can switch you right over. Ray says he likes watermelon during the summer.
Oh, Ray, you're killing me, buddy. I do too, but as I got older, I can't eat it at night.
Kat St. Jane says
so here we go.
Got it.
We're going to pretend like I'm working on a light box. Okay. Now you see that line right there? Barb, I'm sorry. Who are we talking with?
We were answering Kat St. Jane's.
Hey, Kat. All right. So this is like, I'm working on the light box. This is my pattern. Oh, wow. This is awesome. Okay. So what I'm going to do, and you should be able to see this, is my first cut for, this is number 3, and we're going to call this number 4. Okay. So my first cut for number 3, anyway, it's not going to work out perfect, but my first cut for number 3 is on this side of my black line. Okay. Now, because I need to cut and make this fit, and this is my lead line here as well. And I hope you can see this, Kat. So what I've done is I've cut on either side of that black line. And that gap on that black line, you see the handle on this single edge razor blade? It drops right down in there between that. And that's basically the gap you want. Is that. You know, they make lead shears, y'all. We can switch up, Barb.
Okay.
Please. And so they make lead shears. And if you look at the blade on the lead shears versus the blade on the copper foil shears, which both of those shears are just like, if you want to get frustrated learning how to do stained glass, use those shears. So if in fact you're gonna use lead, and the razor knife trick, the razor blade trick, I'm just gonna cut. I'll just show this to them, huh? All right. So what I did here, I just cut it with a razor blade, but if I'm going to lay this right on top of this clear piece of glass, Barb, would you do camera number 2 for me?
Sure.
Please. Thank you. So that's how wide that line is. That's on either side of that black line, Kat. So that's what you just use that, you know.
So it's basically the
width of
your Sharpie.
The width of your Sharpie. That is exactly the size of your heart in the lead.
The width of the Sharpie.
The width of the Sharpie.
Okay, guys, we had some offensive text. Thank you guys for helping out and reporting that. We do appreciate it. So, yeah.
Some offensive text?
Yes, some very offensive text. And I blocked them as soon as I could, and everybody reported it. Thank you, guys. We all are a community, and we have to look out for each other. We don't want any of that nonsense. Okay. Oops. There we are.
No, we don't want any of that nonsense.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, people are sick. That is just like, why do they think we're interested in that? I don't know. Okay. So good job getting
That's probably
on that.
the terminologies that we use.
Yeah. It might have to do with,
who knows?
I don't know. I'm not even going to say it, what it could be. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's terrible. That's terrible. People are.
I do have one more question.
You can have all the questions you need, Barb.
Yeah. So this person says that they have not done any pieces yet, and they envision having to fit the lead into the window frame first and working inside that.
Absolutely not. Please watch our videos. Please watch our videos. Nothing gets done. You work with a frame, a pattern, and you don't put anything in a window before it's completed. You don't build it in the frame. You don't do that. You don't build your wooden frame until your window is completed. If you're going to hang it in a frame, if it goes in a frame, then you need to make sure that you know how to build that window to fit that window. It's not build it to fit the window as you go. It's build it to fit the window precisely the first time around, and only doing that the way that it's designed to be put together. You don't solder anything. You don't do anything until the window is completed and inside your existing rectangle or square, whatever you're doing. So yeah, the answer to that is don't. If you hadn't ever done anything, please watch our videos, and that'll set your mind at ease, but don't start out the wrong way, please.
So thank you everyone that reported that. Scott, I don't know if I told you thank you. Ray, Magali, all of you, Kat. Thanks everyone. I appreciate it.
We got you. Thank you guys for looking out for us.
Yeah.
Well, none of us want that trash. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that trash. We ain't got time.
Okay. And so we have some people that, okay, Ray sent us his cell phone. Okay, we'll talk to you tomorrow, Ray.
Yeah, thank you,
We
Ray.
got some
Appreciate
things we want to talk to you about. There was a question, what size Sharpie? So
That's the medium.
this is the fine point, but it's been used so much that it's now a medium.
Well, you don't push down on it, okay?
So the medium.
Yeah, don't push down on it. This one says fine point, and then they make one that's even finer, and then they make
Extra
y'all
fine.
have seen me use what I call my fat boy, which I enjoy doing that. I enjoy that too, but only that's good for putting in lines on patterns, and also putting in lines for accents for painting on the glass.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Sharpie fine point, that's where you want to be, right there.
Yeah,
And you don't push down on it.
Just don't push down, because that thing gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Otherwise, the tip is the exact size you need for lead.
But check it, make sure.
Check it, and then
That's
refer
what
to
we
the
use.
razor blade trick for cutting out your copper foil and your lead projects.
That's right. That's
And
right.
that is a good video. It's awesome.
Yes, it is. So, you have anything else for us tonight? I do want to tell everyone we're going to be at the Packlet River Fest in Packlet, South Carolina, October the 15th. If you like great music and hanging out by the river.
And barbecue on the Packlet
and
River.
Barbecue and all the good stuff of a River Fest. Come and see us. We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be in Packlet, South Carolina. And then we will be live next Monday night at 7
Yes, we
o'clock.
will. Next Monday at 7 o'clock.
Next Monday at 7. So don't forget, you can send us questions during the week up until Sunday at 6 p.m. After that, we can't guarantee that we'll get them on the air for the following Monday night, but more than likely we will. I mean, we try really hard for y'all. So we want you to know that. And we want to thank everybody for giving us, those of you that gave us a super sticker or a super chat or a super thanks. We appreciate it, because y'all, those are the things, along with your smiles and your great attitude, keep Barb and I going on the ARTyRV channel. Thank y'all.
So happy 4th of July.
Yeah, and let's get some fireworks going here.
We're going to go eat a hot dog.
We're going to go get a hot dog, and happy 4th of July to everybody. Please stay safe. Remember, if you're doing fireworks, don't point them at anybody, and don't go back to light them if they don't go the first time.
And hug your dogs for us, because they're going to be having a bad night tonight.
Yeah, hug your dogs. Keep them in your lap and pet them extremely a lot, because they are, the fireworks really bother them. And
Cuddle your dogs.
cuddle your dogs. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go, and we appreciate you guys. If you have any questions you want to submit, go to the website. If there's a form there, go to conwayglass.com. And if you need to join the membership and you can't get
Find
hooked
it.
up,
Just send us the
send us a
information.
message. Send us a message to our email, and we'll answer you.
Y'all, thanks for getting that Slack crap off of our our live stream. Thanks for watching that. Barbara was on it, but you guys were on it quicker. So
Yeah.
And thank you for so many of you jumping on it and just tackling it.
And don't forget, the show comes out for members July 6th, the new show, 10 mistakes to avoid when learning stained
And
glass.
register, go to the website at conwayglass.com and register for the newsletter. You guys, there's so much coming up, and the only way we're going to be able to share all of it with you is through the newsletter. So thanks again.
Okay.
Ahmed.
Now, wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute. July 7th, Thursday, the video goes public. So if you're not a member, go ahead and watch the premiere. And now you can.
Yeah.
vote.
So, hey, everybody, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb.
And we're the Streeters. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Don't forget to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. And
Thank you, guys. We
Thank y'all.
appreciate it. Bye-bye.